Hello and welcome to Angry Andy Reviews, and this is my unboxing and review of this. That's right, the Black Series Star Wars Mandalorian the Child figure, or Baby Yoda, as many of you will know it as. I mean, to start with, just look at the size of it. Now you can see the reflection on my camera there, but it's absolutely tiny. It's tiny. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It fits in the palm of my hand in the box. Let's get it open and see how big this thing actually is. Now, obviously, this figure is from the Mandalorian TV show, and it's obviously a very popular character at the moment. Everybody's obsessed with Baby Yoda, the child, as it were. We don't know his name, we don't know the species, other than it is the same species as Yoda, but the mystery and the magic of Baby Yoda is such that everybody's clamouring for absolutely everything, and there is new stuff, new items coming out all the time for this little tiny character. There we go. There is no blurb on the back, nothing at all. It's literally just this tiny little box. They can't fit anything on it. You've got that on the side there, if you can see that. The child written on the side. It's not focusing. This is how small the box is. It's not focusing. You can't see anything. There is nothing else on the box at all. But here we go. I'm just going to slide that out. Oh, it feels so flimsy. It feels so flimsy. So there we go. There's the empty box. Let's get rid of that. You have some safety information, I guess. Yep, oh, some junk. There we go. Get rid of that. There we have it. Look how small that is. Look how tiny that is. That is absolutely ridiculous. It's so small, it's not even focusing. Horrendous. Right, let's prise him out as safely as possible. Oh god, this is a bit... oh jeez. Very much aware of how small this figure is and how potential to lose things is immediately. Here we go. I have him in my fingers. There he is. Can you see him? Will he focus? It's not going to focus because it's so small. There we go. Look at that. Absolutely adorable. And ridiculously small. Absolutely ridiculously small. This is tiny. It's absolutely tiny. It's smaller than a Lego figure. In fact, wait a second. You just stay on there. Wait a second. It is smaller than a Lego figure. My word, that is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But delightful at the same time. That is really, really delightful. Now, obviously, this figure is designed to fit within the Black Series 6-inch scale of figures. And just to prove a point, I have my boxed Mandalorian carbonized graphite figure, and there we go. So obviously that is the scale. If he was out of the box, I'd be able to show you in a bit more detail, but he's not out of the box. But there you have it. That is the scale. He's absolutely tiny, and that's the point. It's designed to be within scale of the 6-inch figures. If he was a 6-inch figure, it wouldn't make any sense. But there you have it. So let's just get Mando out of the way. But I am I'm at once impressed and baffled by the sheer size of him, because he's wonderful, but I'm going to end up losing him. He's going to disappear and get lost. Not only that, but you get a selection of... let's just try... I can't even... there we go. You get a selection of goodies that come with him. So, let's just have a quick look. Let's just... oh, Christ almighty. I don't even know how I'm going to get these out without losing them. Oh, right, okay. So, first one... and these are not going to focus. There's no way in hell these are going to focus. So we have a little frog. You can't even see it. It's not going to focus. It's not going to focus at all. Little tiny frog, and he eats the frog in one of the episodes, and it's really funny, and everyone loved it and thought it was cute, even though he swallows it whole, which is quite disturbing. You have this. It's quite pointless me showing you these because they're not going to focus, and I can barely hold them as it is. A little bowl, little tiny bowl. That's where he drinks the soup from in the episode where we meet Cara Dune in The Mandalorian. You can't even see it. It's pointless me actually showing you. And then you have, which is even more tinier, and you've got the shift knob that he plays with on the Mando's ship and makes him so adorable. You get these little 3 things in here. Luckily, you do have a nice little case that you can keep them in, and I think that's quite shrewd of Hasbro to include that, because they're going to vanish, they're going to disappear, and you'll probably hoover them up and that'll be it, they'll be gone. As for the figure itself, it's got some, he's got his little feet there at the bottom. Got his little feet. The head, twists around very, very minorly. There's not really much articulation within this figure. Most of the other Black Series figures do have quite a lot of articulation. You can pose them however you want to, in any style you want. But this particular figure, the only bit of articulation is in the arm, and I have just pulled an arm out. There we go. So that is something to be aware of. The arm, look at that. The arms, this is how fragile this little tiny figure is. The arm has just popped out, and obviously it can be popped back in. I've not broken it, but yeah, the articulation on this is very, very low. Not surprisingly, considering how small the figure is, but you're not going to be able to recreate you're not going to be able to recreate the cute little picture we see all the time on the internet of him holding a little cup. You're not going to be able to recreate any of that, because the arms don't move. The arms don't move beyond what I've just done there. That little thing, it's so hard to focus. Yeah, the arms just don't move from that at all. I mean, this is literally, it's just like, I think this figure is probably more designed to be a companion piece for your Mandalorian figure or your other Mandalorian collectibles. And, it's very, very cute. It's really very cute. Absurdly tiny, but very, very cute. I mean, the detail, it's a shame that it won't focus too well. The detail on the face, although it's minor, there you can see, there you go. Detail on the face, even though it's minor, it is very well detailed. These Black Series figures have got a lot better in the detailing on the face and such. I mean, it does look really, really good. It does look really, really good, but it is so tiny. It's so tiny. It's baffling. I did not expect it to be this small. I've just pulled the arm out again. I mean, you don't even have to do too much for the arm to pop out. I mean, watch. There you go. It just pops out straight away. So you need to be very careful. You need to be aware of what you're doing with that. The hands do move very slightly. I don't know if you can see that. No, you probably can't see it. But the hands do move very slightly, but there's no way to pose them so that you can hold the cup or anything like that. It's just not going to happen. You might be able to get the shifter knob in his hand or something, but anything else is just not going to happen. But there you go. Excuse me. There you are. I mean, I brought out the homemade stand again to put it on display for you, but you can't see him. It blurs out on the screen. That is the greatness of my camera. But there you have it. There is the Black Series 6-inch scale Baby Yoda the child figure. There's not really much else to say on that, apart from the fact that it is really very cute, and there are all different variants of the figure coming out. If they do a 3.75, scale version of it, it's going to be even more tinier than that. I don't think they will, because it's a bit ridiculous. But they do have like an animatronic figure coming out later this year. There are all the plush toys coming out at the moment, so there is plenty there for fans of the Mandalorian and fans of the child Baby Yoda coming out. So keep your eyes peeled if you're after this particular figure, you know, to add to your collection. You know, it is still widely available as far as I can tell. It is very, very small. It's tiny, absolutely tiny. So of course you do have to be careful when you get this. If you get this, that you don't lose any of these parts. In fact, I have lost the shift knob already. Oh no, wait, there it is. This is what I mean. If you drop this, I mean, it's a shame. You know. That is it. That is the shift knob. That is smaller than anything. Smaller than the smallest Lego piece. You know, if you lose that, if you drop that on the floor, it's gone. That is gone. So, you know, I'd highly advise you keep them in this little case that Hasbro have provided for them, unless you want to display the frog. But, you know, honestly, I wouldn't bother. I'm going to put them back in right now because I will lose them. But there you have it. That is the Black Series Mandalorian, the child figure from Hasbro. So I made a conscious decision to start opening these figures, apart from some of the special ones, so like the carbonized ones, like I said, for the Mandalorian. Specialist ones and the deluxe ones I won't be opening, but the mainline figures that come out I will be opening them and doing reviews for them. So if you liked this little review of the child, then, you know, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I will be doing more of these in the future as and when I get them. I don't collect all of them. I only collect the ones that, you know, really interest me, or, you know, my favourite characters, things like that. So I won't be doing every single one, unless Hasbro decide to send me some, that is. But for the time being, you know, I will be doing more videos like this, and, you know, posing them in very specific ways, you know. But for this one, you can't do any of that because it is so tiny. It's so tiny, but wonderful. I think it's wonderful. I think it's really, really cool. It will look lovely with a wider collection. I think if you're building your own Mandalorian 6-inch Black Series collection, I think it'll look great. It'll look wonderful, and it'll be a talking point. And that's the thing. This little figure, so tiny, it will be a talking point because of how cute it is. So there we have it. Not much else to say on that one, but thank you very much for watching. Like I said, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.